October 3rd through October 5th, the entire debate world comes together for 3 nights, 1 platform, 1 spectacle. This is not just another debate event. This is the grandest stage of them all. Debate-Mania is the premier event in the debate community, the Super Bowl of intellect, the WrestleMania of words. The brightest minds, the fiercest rivalries, the biggest stakes. Here, champions are made, legacies are written, and only the sharpest minds survive. Debate-Mania is the grandest stage of intellect. Big Hemi versus KOT at Debate-Mania. It's the social media tournament final. Who speaks for the most high? Only one will stand victorious. Only one will leave as a champion. 1 debate. 2 warriors of faith and fire. Believers and skeptics watching. The truth will be tested, and only one voice will claim the crown. Big Hemi the biblical barbarian, a scripture-swinging powerhouse who brings the word like a hammer, breaking down doctrine with fearless conviction. Opposite him stands KOT of the New Torah movement, the sharp-minded Israelite who wields ancient texts and modern insight to shatter tradition and rewrite the argument. At Debate-Mania, the digital battlefield heats up for the Versus Series social media title. 2 voices, 1 burning question: is Jesus the Most High God? At Debate-Mania, the path to the World Championship runs through an argument of history and belief. The question: did African Americans receive Christianity from Europeans? Big Hemi the biblical barbarian, scripture-driven, unapologetic, and ready to prove that faith for African Americans is deeper than we know. Across from him is Lucifer with clever dialogue to question the very roots of African American religious identity. 1 debate, 1 chance to claim the #1 contender spot, and a ticket to battle of the ideologies this November. History will be tested, and only 1 voice will earn a shot at the world title. 2 icons, 1 stage, no belt, just pride and legacy. King Seth, the legendary voice of precision and power. Nobody cares, the unshakable pillar who thrives in chaos. When Titans speak, the Versus Series universe listens. King Seth versus Nobody Cares. The Debate-Mania showcase where greatness meets.
Run into nobody that addresses the messy part. So you haven't run into nobody that addresses the messy parts, huh? Well, welcome.
Well, I didn't say no one.
Welcome to. That's literally what you said. I just repeated what you just said.
You gonna see come debate night.
I just repeated what you just said. So you haven't run into nobody that addresses the messy parts. I'm here for you, bro. I'm gonna address all of the messy parts for you.
Okay.
I'll answer all of the questions that you and your followers need answered, right? Because when you say Pan-Africanism is not the solution, I cannot wait. I'm not even about to ask you right now what your alternative would be, right? Because I can't wait. Please explain to the people, because what's going to end up happening is you will have the solution, and everybody can just follow what you say. So after the debate, we'll be able to just go with that shit that you say, and we're gonna be good. So my work will be done.
What we're asking is a very critical question. Is
elaborate?
A liberation strategy for Black people in the 21st century, or is it simply a political fantasy that actually appeals to emotion more than it delivers results? And this is something that when you look at on the surface, my brother, Pan-Africanism actually offers a beautiful idea: unity amongst people of African descent worldwide, right? But when we examine history and the realities of today, right, it becomes clear that Pan-Africanism functions more as a romantic version.
This isn't just a clash of styles. It's a collision of worldviews. Pan-African tradition versus a radical challenge to modernize. 2 titans, 1 titan. No compromises. Debate-Mania. And the news versus the root causes. The word cut deep. And only 1 voice will echo as the undisputed Versus Series world champion. The reigning champion and demands a master strategist whose Pan-African vision has crushed every challenge, stands tall at the summit of debate supremacy. But across the stage waits a fearless disruptor, Heru Conscious, the atheist superstar with a razor-edged intellect, determined to end Pan's dominance argument by argument. Giants of God, 2 unstoppable forces.
Yo, Rocky, you ready to start it off, man?
Peace,
Show,
peace. I
show.
want to say, you know, um, I always like to start it out with a round of applause. I feel like that sets the mood. Um, and I feel like all hard work deserves to be commended. So it's your brother Culture here today. Some call me Culture. You might hear Rocky, you might even hear Ross Culture, something like that. But it's your brother here today with Debate Center, and we're kind of in a more kind of pensive mood today, a more serious mood. But I'm here with my slightly older brother, my big dog right here. We got Classic Craig, the man that's smoother than melted butter. You hear me? What's up, Classic?
Yeah, yeah. What's up? What's up? What's up, culture? Rocking with culture, man. Hey, y'all better start sleeping on culture, man. The brother is fire. He is the Stephen A. of the mix, and he get down to the business with his analysis, man. So shout out, big shout out to culture himself. You know what I'm saying? But you need to give yourself a round of applause. Give a round of applause for culture, man. If it wasn't for him, man, the debate analysis would be dead. If it wasn't for this brother right here.
And I'm a man of the people, right? And I'm here to serve the people. So first and foremost, I want to acknowledge everybody watching, right? We have 10 viewers. I appreciate everybody tuned in with us tonight, whether you're at home, ending your Monday night with the family, eating dinner or just finished dinner, or whether you at work, ending out today at work and you got us in your ear to check out and listen to, I appreciate y'all vibing out and rocking out with us here tonight. But we had a big weekend, man. We had a big weekend. And I know what everyone is eager to hear. I know the review and response everyone is eager to hear. But that wasn't the only debate that night, right? And I have kind of a round table planned. We'll see if people join on. But regardless, we got to get down to the debates. Um, and I think the story and situation of the main event may have overshadowed and dwarfed some of the others, so to speak. But first, I want to go on the double time Hemi poll. Classic, my brother, Classic Craig. I know you a bit tired there, but just give me a quick few words about how do you feel about the double time the brother Hemi pool? Not even on his debate performance, but just respect and acknowledgement of that itself.
First of all, I'm not gonna give him no respect at all, because I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? I forgot. If I don't give him respect, I'm gonna get beat up by all the hordes of women that he have at his disposal. So you know what? I respect him greatly. He's the greatest for what he did in Debate-Mania. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, I had a couple of drinks. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, I sobered up back to my senses. But I just want to say this though, Hemi really did double duty. You know what I'm saying? He went in as a soldier. I had to give it to him. You know, he had some very hard debates. It wasn't easy for him to, climb up the ladder, but he really did held his own. So I had to give the brother big respect and a big shout out. You know,
Yeah, man. I wanna shouts out to Hemi. I'm dropping a bomb for the brother before I go in. Let me drop a bomb for the brother. On the strength and the respect of back-to-back debates and the work that would have taken to prepare for. Okay, now that we got that in, right? Now that we gave the brother due respect, I wanna I, I wanna ask um Craig, and I have an idea, but I wanna ask you as well. Do you think him pulling double duty impacted his performances at all?
to be honest with you, and I was trying to flirt with this girl, right? And I was going to ask you some questions to say in Spanish, but it failed. But I heard what you said. But no, Did you said him pulling double duty affected his ability? I say yes. One thing I noticed about Hemi loves the smoke. You know what I'm saying? I like his spirit, I like his energy, but I feel like when debating, you got to focus on one thing at a time. And not only that, right? He had multiple topics he had to take care of, right? So I feel like that affected his talking points in the Q&A and his focus a little bit because he was trying to match the expectations. Now, he did rise to the occasion, but I feel like he had too much on his plate, and I feel like that was a bad management move. You know what I'm saying? I know, I believe he was asked, but if you asked me if it was for the team, I would have been like, yo, nah, just focus on one debate. I felt like if he would have focused on one debate, we would have had a different outcome on everything. But yeah, Hemi did a hell of a job though. Still,
Word, word,
great performance. But he did a hell of a job though. I have to give it to him.
word, word. Yeah, the first debate for me, um, I didn't like either performance. I didn't think either contestant did well. I don't think either contestant proved their point well. And I think and when I say the first one, I'm sorry, y'all know what I mean. KOT and Hemi. Um and I also feel that I guess I suppose I was expecting more from Hemi in that debate because KOT gave him a lot of areas to punch back and he did it.
But oh,
I,
Rocky, this is the thing
I
though.
yes sir.
Understand.
Yes sir.
KOT is a veteran. KOT is known for his unorthodox fighting style and what he does. And not only that, there were some areas where Hemi did concede to him. He didn't catch it up.
That's what I was gonna get at. Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting into. Um that that happened multiple times this weekend. And I'm surprised that in all the debates this weekend, none of the concessions were caught by the opposing debater. None of them were caught.
You're talking about
Um
by Hemi.
n- Not only in Hemi's debate, right? Not only in Hemi's debate. I saw it in also in the main event as well. I saw I heard Haru concede but we'll get to that later, right? But yeah, in that first one. Now, so moving on to the second debate. In the second debate, I think experience showed, right? And I gotta say it, I said it in the back chat. I gotta say it, I gotta give him a round of applause. And we got a few guests on. We got Brother Cannon. We doing a roundtable show tonight, and we got also Sergeant Waters, right? But before you gentlemen get to speaking, I want to finish this up on Hemi, and then I'm gonna come right to y'all on this, right? So I gotta give his contestant. I'm sorry, I gotta give Joshua, right? And Joshua know that lame ass nigga Joshua. I gotta give him this. I gotta give him this.
Calling him lame was a big stretch, a real big stretch.
And hear me out. Hold on, hear me out, Craig. Hear me out, Craig. Right? He know. I talked to him, right? I gave him his props, right? But uh, I think his in that debate we saw the experience, the drastic difference in debating experience between Jashub and Hemi, and also I think that topic was a terrible topic because it was rather specific and niche. Was there room for Hemi to stand on relating to the topic specifically? Yes, kinda, rather shadowy. But if you're gonna take a topic like he took, I don't think you have enough time or enough capacity to have two debates back to back on a. You get what I'm saying, on a topic that that is that research intensive
So
regarding the one
so
with him and Joshua.
so you're basically saying because he had to rush, he couldn't really refine his argument properly.
Yeah, I
But
think we would have saw a better performance because I've heard him, right? I've been in the background and I've heard him, on a freestyle shit, right? in the freestyle
I
shit
mean,
where everybody's on the
no, I get you, but that's the back chat. You see what I'm saying? And
yeah,
one of the things I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you. The back
yeah.
chat does not reach the level of a lot of these debate platforms and these other debaters who've had like 30, 40 or more debates under their belt. Because there
You
is an
know, wait,
argument.
hold on. I hear what you saying, right? And it's different. Everybody got a plan till they get punched in the mouth, right? But to me, it's like this, right? The nigga on the, my homie on the block, right? That could freestyle and shit like that. I know he can't make a song. That nigga can't get in the studio and make a song. But that nigga ill with he freestyle, right? So you got to give him respect where his respect is due. Because if it was a off the dome battle at any moment, I know my dog off the street can cook the nigga that's making money off of doing the same thing, but producing songs with it, right? So I feel like it's in that vein when it comes to that. I feel like I've heard his argument style over things that he seemed to be well versed at and spend a lot of time thinking about and processing the opposing side. And this time, I just don't think he had enough time to actually deal with the opposing side. In his slides, I think it showed, especially with Joshua, because to me, it was like an outclass. It was
And
like being outclassed.
it wasn't
No
just that.
disrespect. I got, no disrespect. I got love for him, but I feel like it was,
And it wasn't just that. Let's just I'll put it to you like this. They was able to exploit both of them, right? But I'm
yeah,
gonna go with KOT first. KOT was able to exploit Hemi's short temper, his frustration. You know, if you watched him, he walked them down just to see what would be the sweet point for him to continue to attack. You know, I mean, I had to give it to KOT. It was beautiful how he did it, but I felt like if Hemi would have kept his cool, it would have been a bit more different. You know what I'm saying? But KOT prevailed at the end of the day, and I got to give a
for
shout out
sure,
to the
for
social
sure,
media champion because one
for
thing I gotta
sure,
say about
for sure.
KOT, he wasn't even supposed to be in the social media tournament. He was really a replacement. And we'll get into that a little bit more. That was kind of like a miracle story. But big shout out to KOT for his work. But I
For
felt like
sure.
if Hemi was a little bit more patient and didn't lose himself, he would have been fine. He would have did way better.
I hear you. Hey, and shout out to King Hercules. I think that what his comment kind of summed it up too. I think it's a mix of everything, but he said it was an uphill battle as well, and I kind of agree that he had an uphill battle in front of him. He said it had nothing to do with the amount of time it was an uphill battle. I think the two topics were uphill battles for him, for sure. But I want to get to the squad. I got my brother Cannon, right? I got my big bro, Nobody, right? And I got my slightly big bro Sergeant Waters, right? So I want to
Whoa,
say
whoa.
shout out to them. Let's get them on. What's up, brothers? What's up, y'all?
Look, man, I just want to say,
What's
shout
up?
out to everybody that participated with the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It was definitely a good opportunity to see a showcase of debaters. I feel like you gentlemen put on a great show. Shout outs to the Craigs for even being able to put this together, do what they do behind the scenes. And then, of course, Nobody in Culture. Y'all, this is debate center, and we here. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy to see that we got a panel, Sergeant Waters, Nobody Cares up here. Shout outs to uh um the chat. We got a lot of people in there, everybody showing us love. I really appreciate, what happened this weekend, but I definitely want to weigh in on some of the debates. Um I I
Facts, facts,
I,
facts.
I
I need it.
won't
We
even
gonna
be
get
long.
you. No, see, and I want to get you go ahead now, right? We're gonna do a round table and just do kind of round robin style, right? So I want to get your take on the two debates we started off with Hemi's debates. Just quick. What do you think about him, man?
Yeah.
How did you feel about him?
So
What did you see in
I'll
their
make mine
performance?
quick. I'll make mine quick so everybody else can get theirs in. I blame DMG for putting my man Hemi into two debates in the same weekend. It was too many. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like. So I want to say this. Shout out to KOT first. Why? because I felt like during the negotiation. See, Craig, I didn't hear Craig say this, but I came a little bit late, so I'm remiss if I don't say it. Craig set up and I'm talking about the classic one, set up the conversation behind the scenes so that they could position what topics they were going to have. And I was surprised when Hemi took that topic. I'm like, I believe in his skills. I just felt like he bit off a little bit more that he could chew with. I don't even think it was the topic. I think that he underestimated KOT's prowess with that positioning. Because from what I gathered, KOT was a formidable opponent before.
Yeah,
With that was something he had already been doing.
Yeah, he a big time veteran.
Yeah, and just I felt like Hemi thought it was going to be the typical debater. And I think with KOT, because Hemi slept on him, he was ill prepared. Now I felt like if we got a 100, and so to Craig's point, when Hemi started getting angsty and upset, and that static came out, I think had he been more prepared for him solely on KOT and did a little bit more review of the tapes, had he went back and looked at some old KOT footage, he would have known you can't play around with him. I think the same thing happened to Michael Everett. They thought it was going to be a walk in the park and didn't realize he had that uppercut. So, I felt like had Hemi only had one debate, I feel like he could have took that out. He got a little upset going into that third, but it was a good debate. I was happy to see both sides do what they needed to do, but at the same time, I felt like Hemi, showed himself going into the next beat. And I'm a transition culture. The second debate, I gotta go against the grain. I felt like Hemi got that one. I ain't even gonna hold you. I felt like he got that debate. I felt like he could have done a little bit more, but I felt like they was having two different arguments. I'm gonna say that.
And
And
it could be. I feel like maybe he could have did a bit more, and that could be why. Um, and mind you, this is also knee jerk reaction, right? I didn't watch it twice. They happen back to back, right? I like to, if I have time to, watch a debate twice, right? Um, I mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry, but
no, you
keep
good.
going,
I
Cam.
was
Keep going.
landing my plane. Shout out to my man Hemi. He said, nigga, I ain't sleep on him. That's just my personal analysis. If you ain't sleep on him, you ain't sleep on him. It looked as if he had a couple of little one-liners that, you know what I'm saying, that came through in the clutch. I don't think you did a bad job by any means, but I mean,
For sure.
if this was battle rap 2, I gotta give it 2-1 to KOT.
For sure, for sure. And Hemi, I gave the link to Hemi to join. He spoke to me on the side, and I think he felt like y'all remember, I guess, when Andre 3000, I'm sorry, when Outkast won that award and they said the South got something to say. I think bro said something similar. So we'll see if Hemi do that. Hemi pop up on us and talk to us tonight, man.
Yeah, I want to hear his perspective.
Appreciate your perspective, your analysis on that, Cannon. That's interesting. I want to go on next. I think nobody hopped on next. Let's out over to nobody. Nobody, say what's up to the people. My big bro, you had a debate also. We know how you get you. We know how you do. You get busy, right? And we gonna touch on yours. We for sure not gonna slide over Big Bro's debate. No Diddy, right? But just give us a quick, what's up and a quick rundown of how you felt Debate-Mania went and on Hemi's debate specifically.
You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Y'all can hear me. All right. I got a toothache, so I won't be saying too much. I'm pretty much just here for the moral support. I do want to give a big cheers to the Paradigm Shift staff. Seeing something that was a dream for so long actually come to fruition is a beautiful thing. I want to give a shout out to the workhorse of Debate-Mania, Big Hemi. Shout out to all the winners, KOT, the new social media champ. Shout out to Joshua, the #1 contender. And shout out to Super Pan Man, Wild as a Taliban, atheist in his left, Pan African in his other hand. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. I'm pretty much just here for the moral support, man.
Word, word. I feel it. I appreciate you stopping by with us, big bro. I hope you feel better. I hope that gets solved, man. I know how that go. Sergeant Waters left us. I was looking forward to beefing. You know that y'all know Sergeant Waters is my favorite person to beef with. We actually, I don't know if he was serious, but I seriously had a beef with him back in the day, and since then he's become my favorite person to beef with. He slid out the building. We'll see if he join backs. But I want to circle back around, and I want to hear while we have our brother Nobody, I want to hear what y'all think about how Nobody did in his debate. I'll go first. I think it was a landslide victory for Nobody. My personal opinion, um, Nobody's argumentation was clear and concise. Uh, I think, and Nobody might feel this is far fetched. I don't know. I hope he doesn't. But I feel like that was one of the cleanest debates in, regarding how concise his argument was and how organized his argument was and how his presentation was made that I've ever seen Nobody have. Um, I think that's one of Nobody's best performances, and I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean like I'm giving you your kudos, right? I want to take the
Appreciate it.
time. I want to do this real quick. Let me get you one more round of applause just for your performance. Uh Yeah, man. I think that was one of your best performances, man, I've ever seen. And I've been on it, 3, 4, almost 5 years, 3, 4 years or something. And that was one of your best performances ever, bro. Uh, what do you think, Craig? How'd you feel about Nobody's debate?
King Self whooped his ass, boy. King Self whooped nobody cares motherfucking ass, man. I saw that shit. I was like, man. King Self won, brother. I'm sorry. He won. He won. He won. He won. He won. And you know what? One thing about it, you gotta give a shout out to Nobody and King Self. They will be having their Texas talk. You know what I'm saying? Uh, one dude's a Texans fan, the other one is a Cowboys fan, so you will be seeing them together. And they will be back for Debate-Mania 2. I'm gonna personally have their debate live. It might be in a game room, it might be in a garage. Who knows? It might be a Big T Plaza. You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
Hold on,
But
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. That's a big deal. We not just gonna go over that, right? We not just gonna go past that. I need to get me some sound controls because I need to do the doo doo doo. I need to do an alert sound. That is a great idea. Um, Let me know in whatever way I can help to make that happen. I think that'll be outstanding, especially with all you brothers being in the same state. I would love to see an in-person debate between Nobody and King Seth for sure.
yeah, it will happen. It will happen. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see how this play out. And I'm gonna have my personal cameraman there. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it big next Debate-Mania. I'm already making preparations. So, but nah. Other than that, I just have to say this though. It was a very good debate between Nobody and King. So I just like messing with Nobody. Um, I say they were very evenly matched. I feel like Nobody was a little bit more prepared than Seth. So I'm gonna just have to double back and just give it to him. You know,
Yeah, yeah, for
uh,
sure, for sure.
but I take 10 points off from him trying to fight Ratchet Craig. You know what I'm saying? And playing with the buttons when he wasn't supposed to. But it was all right though. You know what I'm saying? It's all right though. Nobody. I get it. You was just in battle mode. Anybody could get it. You was looking for any atheist to fight. I get it. But other than that, it was a great job. It was a great job. But it was a great job, fam. Really great job. Very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? It meant a lot to DMG to see Nobody Cares, Trust and Believe the Gospel, one of the pillars, get in the mix, in the ring with the legendary King Self. You know? So, hell of a job, fam. Hell of a job.
Word, word, word.
Appreciate it,
Appreciate
bro.
you. Appreciate you. Word. Hey, Kenneth, how'd you feel about Nobody's debate? I don't know if the brother can hear me. Brother Cannon, can you talk right now? If not, I'll just proceed. Okay, cool. We'll proceed. We'll proceed then. The brother might be busy. We'll proceed. We'll proceed. So then that brings us up to
Well, Rocky, you missing a few things, brother. You missing a few things. We must talk about the performance of KOT and Lucifer. We gotta talk about these brothers' performance, bro, and their abilities. With
I'm
K,
trying to hold off because I gave people the link. I was hoping that I can get them to join, but go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
we gotta talk about. And don't worry, Rocky. We are going to get them back. We are going to get them back. We just rapping right now. You feel me? But check it. I have to say, like, bro, originally the guy was gonna have in the tournament, right? Actually, the guy DMG was gonna have the guy he bailed out on us, right? A lot of people don't know. A lot of crazy things happen behind the scenes. So I had to think quickly who would be somebody that will come in and debate and be good at it too. I had to think about Mr. One Punch that equaled 12 hits, KOT himself. And boy, KOT lived up to his name. I call him the king of organized tactics. You know what I'm saying?
He
Bro,
came in like the sea peoples. If you want me to keep it
bro,
a buck. If
I
you want me to keep
know,
it a buck, he came in like the sea peoples. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody heard of
nobody.
him. He came in and just devastated.
Well,
Just
on this side of town, we never heard of him. I've heard of him. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of connection with him. He used to be a part of Yahweh War Machine with Elder Yara, now known as the New Torah Movement. You know, KOT worked hard. He was in other debate leagues. Big name. You know what I'm saying? He was a thorn in many people's sights, right? But I asked the brother to join. He did a couple of favors for me before, you know, and he was like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna join the tournament." And he said, "But I have a condition." I said, "What's the condition?" "You got to give me one Christian." And I said, "I know a guy, but I don't know if he'd be able to deal with him." He said, "I'll be able to deal with him, brother." So, voila, KOT came, and hey, he's the champion now. And I have to give it to the brother, man. He hit Hemi with it was not just Hemi, he hit Mike with so many unorthodox movements, so many different angles, right? And not only that, his argumentation was so fierce. I see why people say to deal with KOT, KOT will hit you in multiple directions. You have to go straight through him to beat him. If you don't catch him on any of his points, because he does make mistakes, KOT will get you and bombard you. But I have to give it to the brother. You know what I'm saying? Great to see him as a social media champion. It's wild. I mean, I ain't never seen so many Hebrews in the chat. But shout out to KOT, man, for that victory. But I
yeah.
assure you, brother,
Yeah.
I believe Big Hemi will come back to try to get you. Because, Hemi's not the type of person to lay down so easily. Now, moving on. I have to just say this, right? A lot of people don't know. I'm really, really, really good friends with Lucifer sometimes. Even though his real name ain't fucking Lucifer. I don't like calling him that, but he just like getting on people's nerves. We had our ups and downs, you know what I'm saying? Good times, bad times. And there were some times I was mad at him. But I have to say, he really redeemed himself coming back. After that debate with Laurel, I did not like it. I felt like he could have did better. And I felt like he won off of technicality. But this time, he actually showed up and showed out and actually showed why he was a prime debater. Being able to rebuttal in the middle of a round, his research
Man,
skills, his
stop.
methodology. I got to give it to the brother. I got to give
Man,
it to the brother.
stop.
I got to give it to him. I got to give it
Man,
to him.
stop with this
Hold on,
foolishness,
hold
So,
on,
bro.
hold
so
on, hold on,
hold
Hemi.
on,
We gonna
bro.
get to you. Hold on, Hemi. We
Hold
gonna
on,
get to you.
fam.
We
Hold
gonna
on,
get to you.
fam. Bro, you
We
just
gonna
gonna
get to
come
hold
on?
on, dog.
Yeah,
You just
I
We
gonna
should
gonna
have been
get to
welcome
you.
as soon as I came up to something. Like, what?
Nah,
Come
hold
on,
on. We
listening
gonna
to
get
this.
to you.
That's
hold on,
crazy.
bro. You just gonna come on and interrupt me, brother? God dang.
We go
Yeah.
get to you. We go
What
get
if
to
I
you.
got
What
me and
Al was
kicked
telling
you?
me to come up
What
here.
if I
As soon
what
as
if
I
I
came up, it should have been, oh, him here. Hold
what if I
on,
got
hold on,
scared? What if
Craig.
I
We
got
don't need
scared?
to.
Hold on, nigga. Now I was talking, nigga.
I'm just saying,
Damn.
bro.
You
I'm
rude,
just saying.
nigga. Damn, nigga. Have some decorum.
I
Yeah,
had
give
plenty
it.
to
Regular
come.
Give
function.
us. Hold on, Hemi. Give us a second.
I
Let
can't.
Craig
I was
rock out.
called up here
Right.
though. That's what I don't understand.
Hear
He
me,
Yeah, for
hear
called
sure.
me,
me
For
up
bro.
here.
sure.
Then.
For
Bro,
sure. For
come on,
sure. I was gonna
bro.
introduce you when he
I
was
gave,
finished. For sure. We got you. We
I
got you.
gave you,
We
I gave
good.
you your flowers. I gotta give Joshua his flowers, bro. Can I do that?
That ain't even what I'm talking about.
Patience, brother, patience. But like I said though, before Hemi kicked in the door, but I just want to say this, fam. I'm really proud of Joshua. He's back. And this was the prime Joshua that I met. You know what I'm saying? This is the Joshua, aka the Lucifer, the scholastic bully, you know what I'm saying, that everybody loved. And I ain't gonna lie, this is the person that basically made certain people want to start debating again. You know what I'm saying? And he influenced certain other people who didn't care about debating to debate. So it's a good trip down memory lane. So I got to give a big shout out to Lucifer himself. And I see him in the chat, man. Drop the link so we can get Lucifer to come up here, man. Bring him up here on VM, man. On
For sure.
VM.
For sure. For sure. Cool. And like I said, I think he did good, right? He did good. Right. And I know the brother snapping. He came in hot, right? He came in like, hey, what they say, puppies, pit bull puppies, nigga, yeah. Right? Big dog style, right? And Mr. Barbarian himself, right? He said, I'm not them, I'm him, right? He here. The brother told me personally, right? And him, I rock with him, but I'm gonna be honest and objective in my criticism and my analysis, right? But I gotta say this: the brother came to me. The brother said, "Yo, I got something to say, bro. I got something to say." And it's a couple debaters that enjoy throwing rocks and ducking behind builders. They not really getting busy, right? They not really getting busy with nobody worth weight, right? If you just punching bags all day, you ain't really, everybody got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. So my man say he got something to say. Hit the stage is yours. The stage is yours.
Yeah. Nah, I just came up.
Well, welcome to the show, Hemi.
I got the juice, I don't sip from the flash. Still on the move, on the spirit, my gas. I'm on me, you can check out the glass. Never want smoke, I'm prepared for the class. Juice in my veins, like
Yes, sir.
Big Hemi.
Let's get it, Hemi. Let's get it, man. What's up, Hemi? Talk to me, man.
Nah. What's up, bro? Like I said, bro, I just came up. I don't know what Craig was talking about.
I'll
I
give him
just
my
came up
analysis, you rude Negro. My analysis before you came up here
Now
and
I'm
being
just saying
all
all these
exalted.
analysis. I heard a nigga say I overlooked my opponent. Nigga say I was prepared. I lost. Like, don't ever get it fucked up. I lost, right? Fair is fair. The judges said what they said, but me losing don't mean they was right at all. You see what I'm saying? Them niggas was wrong. Point blank. Period. The judge in fucking KLT and me and KLT debate said that he did a good job at showing that Yahweh is simply uh, a title. It's not like a personal name. But I showed Psalm 83 and 18 in my opening round and throughout. I rebutted and asked this nigga this several times. It's like, but I guess that shit I ain't say it right. It ain't laying right or whatever. But I rebutted that exact shit because it's Psalm 83 and 18 says Yahweh is the most high God's specific name. It's not just a title that anybody could wear. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. And Joshua conceded to my point. And I question and answered around when I told him that it was a red herring that he admits that Africans indigenized Christianity, but then he's trying to go back and say, well, they got it from Europeans. So I was like, shit, if they got it from Europeans, where did the Europeans get it from? The Jews. So are we gonna say that the Jewish taught African Americans? No. But I lost. You know what I'm saying? All these niggas out here that still talking like I'm not still outside looking to take heads off. Y'all got it wrong. Still
Man,
outside.
we know
They
that.
go, hey, none. I ain't
And
talking about you. I ain't
No,
talking about you.
I'm
I'm
just
talking
saying
about
we
these
know
niggas.
that.
And,
I'm
Okay,
and
talking-
you
bro.
know,
I got you.
hey, and you know, don't let it get misconstrued, right? Him is still Mr. Debate Mania for sure, right? Don't let it get misconstrued, right? And we look forward to your further performances. I appreciate you coming up here and letting us know. But you did tell me, did you have something specific or someone specific in mind, or did I
You,
I could have misunderstood.
he said A9. What you mention that
What you
guy?
mean?
That
It's
guy
a
for?
couple of people. Hey, before
Call him out,
before
Hemi.
hold on. Before
Talk to me,
Haru's
man. Talk to
before
me, man. We
Haru's
on the listen. We
performance
on the
last
base center, man.
you
Talk
let
to
me
me.
get it out. Before Haru's performance last night, he was one of the ones. But after seeing him perform last night, I don't even want to waste my time on bro.
Wait, we
You know what
gonna
I'm
get to
saying?
that, right? Hey, hold on. Nah,
Man,
listen,
we gonna
everybody,
get to that, bro.
listen.
We gonna
We
get to
gonna
that.
get to that. Hear me, and I want you on. I also want you on. I want everybody that's on for that, right? Including the nigga I'm gonna beef with forever. Lucifer, shout out to you. You got that dub, right? I want you on for that too, bro. I don't want you to just hop off after you give your 2 cents, right? But skip over Haru real quick for me, Hemi. Keep going. Skip over Haru.
We'll
Oh
talk about
yeah,
that
I've
later.
skipped over Haru. There's Anon, there's Chris Harris, there's Said, who else? Cosmon Cal. All these niggas that's in the Versus series, they be having my name in it. I talk about the book, whatever. I'm waiting on all y'all. Ain't nothing changed. I just
Hey,
lost.
so you challenging A9 brothers? The
Am I?
A9?
I know
Anthony?
DA niggas.
You want? So you tell me you want your
With
brother
A1,
dead?
A9, same shit to me. I beat them
Man,
all.
A9, man.
oh
Hey, hold
A9,
my
brother.
on.
god.
You
Brother,
ain't
if you can, brother,
you
if
ain't
you
dissing my
can
nigga, bro.
join A9, you might want to join, brother. He calling you
You
out,
might
brother.
want to join, man. Okay,
You
him full of that. Well, he feel of that juice, like he said in the song.
I
He
know
full of
you
that
ain't
juice.
compare. Hey, I know you ain't compare A none to A1, the nigga that got beat and ran and made a whole nother platform after he got beat because he couldn't take the results.
Hey,
I know
hold
you
on,
ain't
hold
do that.
on. Hey,
No,
Joshua,
I'm
you
talking
gotta
about the truth
listen.
came.
Listen, you
I just
gotta.
said
Hey,
A1, A9, A2,
You knew
ACC,
what you were
row A,
doing.
or
You knew what you
whoever it is, it don't matter to me. I beat them up. That's what
okay,
I'm saying.
okay, we hear you. We hear you. All right, so they heard it. A9, you heard it, right? Hope the brother A9 gets opportunity to hop on and join with us. But we do have another debater that took part in Debate Mania in his debate. Lucifer, I want you to tell us, Joshua, I want you to tell us about how you felt Debate Mania went overall. A little, introduction, of course, as well, and how you felt you did in your debate specifically, and how you feel about who you got and what you got upcoming.
So look, man, debate mania was good. Overall success. I would just say 2 out of 3 had one stinker, in my opinion. Hey, Rue was embarrassing. I don't feel Penn did anything that wowed me. I thought that was trash too, in my opinion. I felt like I had performance of debate mania. I felt like night one was an upset. I had Hemi going in. I was surprised that Hemi lost, and I was mad that Hemi lost, which gets me to my next point. I want to beat KOT. I want to defeat. I want to really beat him, like not just edge him. I want to beat the hell out of him because he robbed me of getting my prize fight with Hemi. I wanted to say that I gave him his first L and he robbed me of that. So KOT is on the kill list. And of course, King Herc is on the kill list. Now, as far as my performance went, it speaks for itself. Unanimous decision. I rebutted well. All of my rounds were succinct and on point. My Q&A was fire. This man had to go ahead and admit about the institutions of Europeans. The man tried to say that Africans had a print press to print Bibles. So, I had him shook up in the Q&A. I felt like I had performance of Debate Mania. I think I did good. I went out there and gave my best. And I told him before the debate, I'm not going to do you like them other guys because I got more respect for you as a debater than a Laurel or a Rubin or those bottom of the barrel debaters, in my opinion. Man, it's just me speaking. This ain't y'all platform. It's me speaking from debating them and seeing how they interact. So I told Hemi right before that, you're going to get the best Yashub you've seen. And I felt like I delivered.
For sure. For sure. And I agree. It's a toss up, right? For me, the best performance in Debate Mania, but that's a conversation that I feel like does need to be. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about who had the overall best performance of Debate Mania. Hold on, we got somebody in the back, right?
Mr.
And
Debate
let's
Mania
get
had
big.
the best
Hold
performance.
on,
What you
hit me.
mean?
Hold
Who
on,
had
hit
the
me.
best
Hold on, hit me.
performance?
Hold
Stop
on, my
playing.
brother, Mr. Debate Mania. Hold on, my brother. We got somebody. I gotta call him to the stage, right? He in here. What's up, A9?
Yo, what's poppin'? What you calling my name for, fam? All you gotta do is say the word. Let's enter the negotiation room tonight. I got 6 topics for you. It don't matter to me. You took
Man,
2 L's like
reflector.
you took
Don't worry
two
about
L's.
Hey,
don't
Rocky,
don't
make the
You took
screen back
L's.
normal.
hey,
Rocky, make the
hey,
screen back
hey,
normal
Them
so they can
L's
see
ain't got
everybody.
nothing to do with
hey,
nothing.
hey, bro,
Them
you
L's
got
ain't
to
got nothing to
talk.
do.
Hey, you got
You
to
gotta
talk. Don't
come
be
to the
scared.
table. What you stop trying to
Hey,
live off
can
of
I
what
get
is
some
off
decorum?
another
Can
nigga
I
work.
get some decorum? Can I
All
ain't
I'm
that
saying,
what we
you
doing?
asked me
Ain't
a
that what we
question.
no, I didn't
You
ask you
came up here.
nothing. I
Yes, you
didn't
did. You
ask you
said, "Why
nothing.
you
I
got
didn't
my
ask you nothing.
name in your mouth?"
Nah,
I
hey, can
got
I get
6
some
topics for
decorum?
you. Yes, you
Can I
did.
get
Yes,
some
you
Okay,
did.
let's
decorum?
go one at
Can
a
I get
let's
some
go one at a
decorum?
time. Let's go one at a time. Hold on,
Look
A9.
at him.
Let's
He
go one
crying
at a time, brother.
already.
Let's go one at
Can I
a
get
time.
some
Let's go one
decorum?
at a
He
time.
crying
One
over
at a
here
time.
because you the
No, I
cool.
just wanna respect the panel. You get what I'm saying?
Man, stop.
Okay, can I speak? That's cool. Appreciate you, King. Hey, Mr. Debate Mania, peep game. You can get your ass beat. You took 2 L's like the beer last night. You 211 in my brain, bro. Don't play with me. I saw you get beat up this weekend. And you actually sat up here and act like you want to get this work. So go ahead, let's get this work. We ain't even got to talk about the rest of it. We ain't even got to do the grandstand, bro.
That's what I said. So why you came up here with all that? All I said was set it
Nigga,
up,
because you called
line
my
it up.
name. So let's set it up.
Right. I called
Okay, so
George and
let's
a
Yeah.
few other
let's
niggas'
set up
names.
let's
Now
set
don't
up
worry
the
about
face
them.
off. Let's
Don't
set
worry
up the
about
face
them.
off.
No, let's set
We
up the
go.
negotiation room. That's how it goes first. We do the negotiation room. And
Okay, we do. Okay, okay,
so put us in the
okay.
negotiation room tonight. That's too easy for me.
All right,
Classic
all
Craig,
right.
you know what it is. Get the
Yeah,
cooking
yeah,
with it. You
yeah.
know what it is.
Yeah, you should have stayed in
We gonna get it
protective
popping.
custody. You should have stayed in protective custody.
Who was ever in, I'm the only one always outside. What are you talking about? You ain't
Nah,
nowhere, nigga. What you
you
mean?
protect the custody.
Protected by who?
You got the little
I'm out
green
here. I'm
vest on.
always I just was
You
outside in
got the
Debate Mania.
green vest on.
Where you was at when I was outside in Debate Mania? Where you was
You
at?
got the
In the
green
stands,
vest
cheering.
on. You
Where
got the
Right,
how am
hold
I
green
on,
in
hold
vest.
on, hold
protective
on.
custody
Hey,
and I
hold on,
was
hold on,
just
hold on,
Green vest
outside?
hold on,
Henry.
protective custody. Hold on. We got one more brother that joined the stage,
That's
right?
crazy.
We still got some. We still have the main event to get through, right? So I'm gonna say, what's up to the praying mantis? We got Sergeant Waters. What's up, man? Let us know how you feel about the event overall, Leandre. Debate Mania, how the weekend went, and then let us know about the first 2 debates at Debate Mania, how you feel they went.
Yeah. So one, thank you, appreciate it. But yeah, so I enjoyed watching all of the debates. So shout out to Paradigm Shift for the debates. I do think that I think when it comes to Hemi's debates, for example, right in his first debate, I think I don't think Hemi did his best in that debate. Just being honest. I do think that when it came to, and I think that and this is one of the things about debates, right? Because debates should be about who's presenting their information the best. I think that I agreed with Hemi's position, and I think that what was interesting is that his opponent was lying on a bunch of stuff, right? And so it was, I mean, it was a bunch of stuff that was wrong, but it's about who's presenting information better. That's really what it's about. And so I think that lots of stuff went unanswered that should have went unanswered, but I think that lots of that stuff has to do with, and I told this DMG already, so this ain't my first time saying this, but lots of that stuff has to do with formatting issues because there really is no true rebuttal round. And so if somebody's throwing out a bunch of stuff and then you got like that, and you're doing multiple just presentations of new information that you're not really having time to answer back on stuff. And so, so part of the reason why I said I don't think Hemi did his best is because in that what should have happened in a perfect world was they would have been around set up specifically just for straight rebuttals, an opportunity to respond and critique your opponent's position, make your position stand. You do all that stuff all at once, as opposed to present new information. So I don't think I'm a fan in general of the format. And so I think there's that one. And Hemi's second debate, he did a hell of a lot better. He spent much more time rebutting information. I don't know if they got the same judges from the first debate to the second debate, but I do just want to say I think the judges are mentally retarded on the second debate, mostly because the topic itself, the proposition, what the judges were saying in response to Hemi's position in the second debate was different than what the proposition was. So like one of the debates made the point that that Jashub talked about the Portuguese teaching Christianity to people in the Congo, right? Which is one. There's also two qualifiers to that on a factual basis, but two is not the fucking point of the proposition. It's like if I was to say that Rocky told Craig, and then Craig told Hemi, right? If we come to a debate and a discussion on how did Hemi learn about whatever the information is, right? So who told Hemi? If everyone said it was Craig that told Hemi, which is exactly what I just said happened, it doesn't make any sense to say at all for the judges to say, well, they did a good job of showing that somebody else told Rocky. What the hell difference does that make? So the judges when they were, and one of the judges was very explicit about it, but so I don't know, and again, no disrespect to DFG, the platform or whatnot, but it is what it is. I don't know if the judges are familiar with the way debates and debate propositions work, because the whole point is to answer the questions that's on the table. It's not to answer other questions. It's on this particular point. So talking about how he did a good job of showing that the Portuguese taught the people from the Congo is not relevant to the question of African Americans, which as Jashub defined it himself, was a Black American of African descent, right? And so that means they got to be Black and American. It's about the Black Americans of African descent. How did they hear about it? And Hemi's entire position was they learned this stuff from, and I'm just talking about the information, not whether I agreed with the position, but the information was about how did the Black Americans learn about it. So that one, the second debate was just ridiculous. I mean, like I said, I think that the judges have to be mentally retarded or something like that. They had to have gotten from like the back of like a CVS or like a.
All right.
Loser mentality. This is loser mentality.
I just want to say this for everybody.
Can I respond real quick, Craig?
Hey, Jashub, ask him if he ever found that source yet.
The one he gave Hemi while Hemi was yeah. Let me respond real quick. This is clear that he wasn't paying attention to my round, because I mentioned the SPG, where you had two Frenchmen, one in New York, one in Virginia, affecting legislature, getting slaves baptized, catechizing them. I dealt with the Black America.
I catechize.
Could you stop? I know you like doing that because you're a prick, but I'm responding to you. So again, whether I don't pronounce it correctly or not, you know what I'm talking about. I defined it in the debate. I dealt with African Americans. I dealt with that in response to someone trying to be slick, saying, well, some of them, a minute, small fraction of Africans may have been Christians at the onset before coming to the Americas. I brought up, well, that doesn't mean anything because they would have been introduced to Christianity through Europeans. But the main point of my debate was the instruction and the baptizing of slaves. I brought up the Anglican Church, the Moravian Church, and how they sent and filtered missionaries throughout America. That was in my debate. For you to come up here and act like, oh, he didn't even talk about Africa. Yes, I did. And the question is, did African Americans obtain Christianity from Europeans? Yes, they did, because the Anglican Church, the first one to baptize a slave in the 17th century into Christianity. I went over that. And over that period, they started to slowly do it. I said it was a process. And during the revival period is when we start seeing those numbers grow. Maybe you were asleep. Maybe you were too busy trying to type up things and search my sources so you can help me out. But I presented that information.
Well, hey, stop doing that. Hey, look, you're not gonna sit up here and disrespect. You're gonna quit doing that, bro.
Hey, Joshua, let me just say this: as the only expert up here on that particular area,
I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care.
So let me finish what I'm saying.
I don't
as
care.
As the expert up here on that particular.
What makes you an expert?
the master's degree that I have in
Who cares?
in papers on this particular topic.
You were wrong.
So
You've been wrong
you gotta-
about 10 times.
you just said not to do that. Now, listen,
It's ironic niggas say that people having degrees don't matter when the niggas that you use in your research is because they have degrees and shit.
Hold on. Let's not do that.
Wait, let me finish what I'm
No,
saying.
they know. Let's not do that. That makes no sense.
It don't matter in the debate.
All right, hold on, right quick.
No,
It
you're
definitely
not
matters
gonna
in the
compare
debate.
yourself.
Let me finish what I'm saying.
Subscribe now. Subscribe now. Subscribe now. Subscribe now. Subscribe now.
Judge, just anything ain't gonna say nothing.
I got you, bro. Goddamn.
Bitch ass nigga don't even debate.
Before we do this, before we
You
have the
bitch.
conversation. Hold up,
Your
bro.
mama's a bitch, faggot.
Hold on.
You don't debate.
All right, y'all hold up.
Hold on. Give us a second. Hold
Hey,
on.
listen, I didn't say
Go
nothing
ahead,
disrespectful
Chris.
now. This nigga, so listen. So I don't want to hear
I
nothing.
did, nigga. I did, nigga. And what? I did, nigga. Fuck you.
Hold on. Go ahead, Craig.
Listen, before we do this and before we start talking about people's mamas, Leandre, I want to say
Don't
this,
miss me
right?
talk about nigga mama.
We're gonna have the conversation with decorum.
What you
All
say
right?
my name for, Craig? We're
gonna have the conversation with decorum. Before we're gonna have the conversation with decorum.
Craig, what you say my name for?
I'm just saying,
Craig,
bro.
what did you say my name for?
All right, okay.
Don't
Let's
say
move.
my
Hey,
name.
we gonna move past this. Hold on.
Because you always talking about people's mamas.
Nigga, I'm gonna talk about your mama next, bitch.
Nah, hold on.
Who you talking to? Wait, no.
Yo,
Who you talking
we gonna
to?
move past this. I'm gonna shut it down if we
Who you talking to, nigga? My mama dead, bro. Don't play.
We gonna move past it,
All
right?
right, hold on. I kicked him off. I'm gonna kick him off. I'm just not gonna play with it. We're not gonna do it. Let's just move
I
past
gotta
it.
be all that because he mad, bro.
Gentlemen. Yeah, let's just move past it. It didn't have none of that. I mean, like it shouldn't have been none of that. It shouldn't have been whatsoever.
Wait, hold on.
So
Let me just say this. I didn't call nobody out their name. He didn't have no reason to call me no B or nothing. Random. I didn't call him nothing. That's between him and Lucifer. That's what I'm saying. Get at who you mad at. Don't talk to me like that. I ain't say nothing about the man.
No, I'm not. Nah, we not biased. I'm not biased for show. Right? We just need a second. Leandre gonna come back on. We just need a second just to cool it off. I need Craig to get out what he need to get out.
I got called out my name and he said my name because I said something back.
Okay, so
for sure. We're gonna give you a second to respond.
All right, man. Come on, y'all, man. All right.
Hold on, right quick.
Hey, Craig, it's back up, nigga. It's back up.
Hold on, right quick.
All right, y'all. Let's reset, man.
Hold on, right quick.
Can we just reset, bro? Everybody said what they said. Now, can we just reset and go from there, man?
Nobody, chill right quick.
Come on, man. Y'all gonna do this.
Leandre, bro, you're welcome on the panel, but listen, stop posting people's personal information on the chat, bro. This is why
I already
this
told you.
always
A
happens.
nigga call me out my name and you turned to say my name. If a nigga call me out my name, don't tell me nothing about what I say
I
back.
know, because I'm not gonna hear nothing about what I say.
Hold up. So whenever daddy away, I see the little kids gonna play. First of all, what the fuck is going on? I thought this was a recap of Debate-Mania weekend. What is all the goofy shit about?
I got called out. I gave my recap. Joshua responded. I went to go respond. He called me out my name. And after he called me out my name, I said his mama. And then Craig came off his mic and said, let me talk about people's mama, Leandre. If a nigga disrespect me, it's not near nigga living, breathing with breath in his body is going to tell me what to say back. I'm going to talk about your mama, your daddy, your grandma, everybody.
Bro.
So why you disrespect me?
Everybody, hold up. So Leandre, you feel better? We good? We gonna move on or what?
We gonna move on when Craig apologized.
Do you apologize? Do you apologize to me?
Do you apologize to me? Wait. Everybody, wait. Craig, what did Craig do? What did Craig do?
If we can't
Craig
cool,
came
I'm
off his
just
mic
end it, yo.
talking about, don't we talk about people's mamas, Leandre, again. Don't talk to me about no way I disrespect near nigga when a nigga disrespect me. When nigga disrespect me, all gloves is off.
So you want Craig to apologize? You want Craig to apologize for saying don't talk about nobody mama?
Absolutely, because the criticism wasn't equal. It wasn't don't disrespect the nigga.
Okay.
It wasn't none of that.
All right, bro. I'm just tired of you posting my dad's records online, fam. and you keep doing this shit.
Nigga, I did that after the fact. What the hell's that got to do with what I just
Okay,
said? That was
Wait.
we doing this shit.
First of all,
I'ma just
we're
end the
gonna talk.
live
We're gonna talk
if we
about.
can't get it.
We're
I'ma
gonna
just
talk
end it, yo.
about. We ain't gonna even talk about that shit online. I don't know what the fuck that weird shit is about. That
It
is
ain't a
the
goddamn
weirdest
thing
shit.
worried about it. Nigga, this public
Hold
information. Any nigga got
Bro,
a
it's
problem.
weird, nigga. God
You're
damn.
yelling and doing
Any
all that
nigga
shit,
listening to
nigga.
bitch
Hey,
ass
we
niggas is
gonna
bitch ass niggas.
move on. If we can't move on, and this is for everybody, get off the goddamn panel. Period. All this bitching from some grown ass fucking men. The fuck out of here with that stupid shit. The fuck is like, nigga, we posting niggas' daddies. You ain't even posting this nigga information.
You know, I think
This shit dumb
I'm
as a
not.
motherfucker, man. I'm sick of this shit. Anytime a nigga can't hurt a nigga with his shit, you gonna post a nigga daddy shit? That shit weird as a motherfucker. Hey, listen, y'all can move on to the next shit. I'm done with this stupid shit.
You know,
That was my fault. That was my fault. I let
yeah,
him get
Lucifer did pop it off,
No,
but
it ain't even
it
about
does all
nobody's
it does
fault.
Yeah,
go.
man.
If we
Yeah,
gonna be grown ass
reset.
niggas, we
I
either
think
gonna move on from the fuck shit or we
we
ain't.
just going we
Yeah,
just going
reset, man. Let's get it back going. Everybody giving their opinion on each debate that happened at Debate-Mania. That's what we on tonight. Come on, man.
Go after this nigga. What the fuck is we talking? Like this shit weird. Like the shit weird. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. That shit weird, and I ain't gonna be. And I'm gonna keep it buck with all y'all. Right? I didn't say nothing to him. I ain't finna be nobody bitch and ain't finna know nothing else about my dead mama. That's what it is for me. So
All right, come on,
I didn't.
man. And we're moving on.
and I
What
respect
y'all
that.
want to
So
do?
I'm gonna just end the stream, right?
Oh,
I
now we finna
appreciate
talk about the
everybody
debate.
watching.
No, let's keep on going. Let's just move on. Let's move on.
No, it's good, Rocky. We gonna move on. Nigga can hit the link and come back up here if he want to, long as he gonna move on. But the dumb shit ain't being discussed after this.
Now, hey, so I'll say this thing. Rocky, I had an issue with your assessment of KOT's debate. So you basically felt as though he was off topic, or he didn't know what he was doing, or like reframe what you thought about his particular debate.
Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, he said that he felt like KOT didn't prove his point.
Everybody gonna have an opinion.
No,
especially
I'm
the
sorry.
debater.
I'm sorry. My bad. I was talking to my wife real quick. I want to say something first. Something I I noticed that the chat, the viewership goes up when Crash Out shit happens. I really don't like that.
You can't change it. It's the YouTube algorithm. That's just the way it works, bro.
Yeah, that shit is crazy.
We talk about it all the
Yeah.
time. It ain't nothing
That's
you can
just
do
crazy.
about it.
But moving on. Nah, I could have articulated it that way, but that's not what I was intending. What I was trying to get at was there were plenty of holes Hemi could have poked that. I felt like he could have poked that, right? I don't know how Hemi, the style or how he would have went about it, right? But I feel like there were times where he could have taken advantage and he didn't. That's kind of more so what I meant. I kind of understand what Leandre's saying at the same time in that way. Leandre's like, he felt like there should be a rebuttal, but at the same time, I feel like you mix that in with your presentation. If I'm debating you, A9, and this is more for Hemi more so than KOT, right? But if I'm debating you, A9, and you slip up or you accidentally concede something in my favor, I'm gonna take advantage of that and I'm gonna mention that the very next time I speak. That's what I mean.
Here's the issue, and here's why, just to keep it a buck, some of these debaters got to get more practice, right? So especially in a championship fight, you have 15 minutes in your second presentation round, right? That means worst case scenario, take 7 minutes to continue to present, and then take that last 7 minutes to rebut. However you wanna set it up. This conversation over here about, oh, we don't like the way it's set up because we want to have time to rebut. You do have time to rebut. Nobody told you that you needed to come back and continue.
that's a separate. I agree. That's a
No,
separate
no,
conversation. I just mean people
no.
utilizing their time to rebut. I agree with you there.
Right.
That's a
So
separate
that's the
shit.
point. So that's the
I'm not
point,
talking
right?
about that part. That's a whole separate shit. Yeah, that's separate.
But that's the point, though, right? So there were you said there were opportunities that Hemi should have capitalized on. Part of being a great debater is making adjustments in real time. If there was something that he felt he needed to capitalize on or holes in the argument, he didn't have to continue to present, right? He should have set his time up to where he had 7 minutes to continue to present, right? That last 6 minutes to get it in, right? That's how this format is set up. I've debated in multiple formats on this internet on multiple platforms. You're
For
always
sure.
Okay, let me say one thing, hey, none if you don't mind.
Yeah, actually, what I
When
did.
I
And
when I
I
was going through my debate with Self had said that stuff about the Muslims. I took like a minute or two out of my
to
presentation in my
what?
second round just to respond to that. So yeah, you gotta be on
exactly,
the fly.
Yes, sir.
exactly.
I,
So
That's
I think the tape
Hemi, what were
needs
you
to be.
saying?
I think the tape needs to be watched back because everything, all of y'all critiques is stuff that I actually did
I'm not
throughout.
saying you didn't, bro. I'm
And
not saying you didn't.
and hold on,
He
yeah,
just
I got you.
responding to me.
I
No,
was
no, no,
talking to
no, I
Rocky
got you.
said.
No, I got you. And to Rocky's point, like Rocky, that he did have hoes, and that was exposed in the question answering round. That's why he didn't want to answer none of my questions. You see, I answered all his questions, whether it was gonna sound like I was agreeing with him or not. I answered all his questions honestly, back to back to back. I didn't stop answering his questions, and I clarified my answers to his questions. He avoided answering mine on purpose. That exposed it right there. But I guess that don't count for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
Can I give you a suggestion in the future
Yo,
if that happens? There's
what?
certain ways, there's certain things that you need to say then to capitalize on that, right? Right. So that chin check round is really about being able to expose your opponent. And even if you're trying to capitalize on it and he's talking over you while you're trying to capitalize on it, then pause your time and then say what you need to say really briefly and then get right back to it. Right. But if there were those holes that everybody's saying that existed, you had different ways to adjust to address it and make it very clear.
And I wasn't talking
Facts.
about you, hear me. I was just talking in general. I took your position in both debates that you had, so I was kind of surprised you lost, but I ain't no
Yeah,
judge, you know.
yeah, facts. So moving on to the main event, right? I know a lot of people got a lot of things to say. Hey, now you gotta chill, bro. Nah, you gotta chill. Look, you told me last night. Hey, you
Ain't
gotta
my
chill.
fault, bro.
Look, you told me last night to chill. You gotta listen. I know a lot of people got a lot of things to say. Um, I think I want to start off by saying this. Debate-Mania was a success because of the debaters, because of the contestants, because of the people that took part in it, the organizers for sure, right? But even when you're playing chess, you need pieces to move if you understand what I'm saying. So I wanna show enough respect and appreciation to them. And I think it says a lot that the brother even showed up. I think it should be taken into consideration that I'm sure if I was in that state, there would be some awareness of it, and I probably just wouldn't show up. If I was in that state, I probably wouldn't. I probably have struggled to send a text message. I probably wouldn't even text, to be honest. I probably would have fell asleep, or I probably would have been doing something else.
But Rocky,
So I don't want to give. I don't. Yes, sir.
So like I will say this though, he didn't cry when he lost though.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. Right. So I'm kind of tilting my hat now, and I'm giving him that respect because he still showed up, even in no matter what condition, he still showed up. I give him that respect. Now, I'll also say this.
Just please give us a chance to comment on this.
No, no, I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm trying to keep mine as short as possible because I know everybody has y'all got a lot to say, and I got some of the finest indica that you can think of rolled up right now, so I don't have much to say, right? So I'm gonna try and be concise. Y'all probably got much more than me to say. Now we're getting that out of the way. Due respect, I want to shout out to Pan, to the champion. He got crowned the champion, right? Enough respect to Pan. You know what it is, Pan.
The champ is here.
Word, facts, facts. Um, I also, in that vein, right? I'm gonna be honest every time. There's a certain level of accountability, um, and when we don't cross that threshold of accountability, it can be interpreted as disrespect. I'm not gonna go too much deeper. This is not something where we're gonna bash the brother. I actually think that when I looked at his slides, I thought that the brother could have put up a pretty good argument. Um, being honest, I had Pan winning. I don't think Pan did that good of a job. I think Pan did enough to win. What Based on Pan's presentation, I can't make heads or tails of whether Pan would have done better or felt more that he had to be more engaged in the debate if his opponent wasn't inebriated, right? But judging from the presentation, I felt like Pan kind of didn't really take Haru seriously. Haru made several errors in his presentation. And I know because I'm aware of what's going on in modern times and in the context of the debate, specifically with the 21st century, right? There are several examples of Pan-Africanism happening that's successful. And Pan-Africanism also is first and foremost a philosophical idea, right? But um I do think Haru actually put together a pretty good presentation, and I think he would have gave Pan a run for his money. It would have come down to the Q&A, uh, based on the presentations that I saw. Um, I think it would have come down to the Q&A, right? I think Haru had good arguments. He was making good arguments, especially talking about how essentially a lot of African states rely on foreign dollar, foreign investment, and foreign currency for their market to run, right? There isn't a unified currency in Africa, as you got the example of one that you have like in the EU, right? Or how the American dollar is held so valuable, right? He was making points like that. He brought up the OAU and how the OAU failed at its mission, right? He brought up the Sahel. He brought up one of the regions in Africa that I actually, side note, did an ancestry DNA test that a good portion of my ancestors come from the Sahel region. And he brought up that, right? I was disappointed, right? And this is me presentation, taking his state of inebriation out of it. I was disappointed um that he didn't articulate that better, but I was also disappointed that Pan didn't exploit that because right now on a continent you have something called the Alliance of Sahel States, or the AES right
It's the
now, as an
AES, yeah.
as an
But
example
even
of
that,
Pan
but
Africa. Hold on, as an example of Pan-Africanism in the 21st century. Now, it's a very young pact, right? It's very, very young. The lead, we're talking about, I think, maybe a couple years at the most. Um, and a lot of that is bolstered by um, a black national, kind of a nationalist agenda when Niger kicked France out, and of course, y'all know Ibrahim Traore been kicked France out, right? But that's just one example. right? And I also think that there's a fundamental misunderstanding of Pan-Africanism being a philosophical thing, right? I think when we use terms that are based on African spiritual systems to name ourselves, to describe something we're doing, when we're engaging in these types of discussions, especially on how we can build and solve problems amongst each other,
Subscribe now.
I think that's also an example of Pan-Africanism, right? So I say that to say Pan should have tore him up. I think Pan should have tore him up and exploited him, which is why I think Pan's performance was lackluster and it was quite disappointing. I think he just did enough to win. And in Haru's state, all Pan had to do was show up and be coherent to win. And now I want to hear the panel's thoughts. I know Anon had a lot to say. Jashub, I have no idea what you're gonna say. You probably gonna say something crazy, so I'm probably gonna go to Jashub last. I'm gonna go to A9 first, and then we're gonna go from A9, Craig, DMG, nobody, and then Jashub.
Yeah, I felt like you hit pretty much all the points that I was going to hit on the head. No disrespect to Pan, but I did think that his presentation was lackluster. I thought that there was a lot more that he could have did to definitely make the debate completely lopsided. I think too, as you said, if Heru would have been in his best self, he would have had some problems in that question and answer round, because we even saw that there was a little issue for Pan in that Q&A. So it would have been nice to see that. With that being said, I do gotta say this, and Heru, you my dog, bro. Like, there's a level of respect that gotta go into this. Like, we joke, we talk, we do all of this stuff, but on debate night, like, this serious, especially for those of us, we taking time from our family, we taking time away from a lot of stuff to prepare for this, whatever. We counting on both debaters to show up and to be coherent. And at some point in time, like, it was clear what the situation was. Like, there wasn't a question about it. And so there are younger debaters. There are younger debaters that are coming up that are going to watch what we're doing, and they're going to think that they can do that. They're going to think that they can pull up and do that. This ain't the 1970s NBA or whatever it was, and they was pulling certain stuff out their socks and getting busy right before the game. Like, that's not what this is, bro. So
Yeah, we got to implement having a conversation with the contestants or a sound check prior to coming on. We got to hear how they sound.
but the thing was,
We got to
like,
hear how they sound out of respect for
we
them and to
wouldn't have.
save the, but to
I
save
don't
them
know.
though,
But I don't know if we would have
because
known, though, right? You know what I'm
not.
saying?
But
Like, 'cause it
hear
seemed
me
like
out, Anon. But it's to
you
save
just
them
spoke
though, right? Because
for
even
17
if because he's
minutes.
what'd you say?
You just spoke for 17 minutes.
Go ahead. Okay, go ahead, man. Go ahead. It's debate center, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
Listen, man. Go ahead.
I'm gonna land right here, bro. I think it got worse for him as the debate went on. So I think he would have fooled y'all if that's what you was gonna do. He would have fooled you at the beginning, and then it would have got worse as it went on. But we can talk about that outside of the situation. I would just say this: listen, man, take this thing serious from here on out. And if the pressure, let's just keep it a buck. If the pressure is too much, then figure out where your happy place is, whatever psychological things you got to do. If you got to talk to people, but be honest about the pressure. So then that way somebody can give you tips on how to overcome said pressure, right? Because this, I'm going to be honest with you, this is just the tip of the iceberg. It's just going to continue to get more. The pressure, the stakes, everything is just going to get higher and higher and higher. When the purses get larger, right? When you go from making 150 to 250, 500 a stat per debate, once you got to do it live, right? When all that stuff happened, yeah, that pressure is just going to mount. It's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. So you have to take these things. You got to take that into an account. and get ready for it now. So, hey, shout out to both debaters. What we do ain't easy, so I'm not finna kick nobody while they down. That's a solid brother. That's a strong brother. That's definitely my brother. I rock with him, but we would have liked to see him at his best. So, and we can't even say. I think it's backhanded to say, oh, because I heard some people say Pan won by default. No, he won, right? You can't say by default because we don't know what would have happened because we didn't get to see it. So he straight up won. Now, do some of us think that the presentation could have been better? Definitely. And I will say this: I thought that there were some powerful slides in Hayru's presentation that, if properly presented and spoken on, would have presented some problems that Pan would have had to rebut, but Pan didn't have to do much. So that's my 2 cents, and I'm keeping it very, very respectful at that point.
Appreciate you, Craig. What up, man?
Yeah, nah. What I have to say, I just have to say this, right? And of course, it's all love for Heru. I felt like Zeus was an issue. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the damn dog Zeus, but I'm gonna just say this, right? Um, Pan didn't have to really debate. All right, I've watched Pan debate. I've watched when he was agitated. Um, I noticed when times where he start off slow and then he turn up just to see and feel out his opponent, but he didn't really have to debate because Heru defeated himself, right? Pan won, but Heru defeated himself, and that was the major dagger right there. I understand everybody feels a certain type of way because it's the big stage. Like when I had one of my first debates, man, I stuttered so bad and I was so nervous, I forgot to say I didn't even know how to say ecclesiastics right. I said ecclesiastics. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, Heru had some good points, right? But it was just he wasn't of clear mind or sound mind, so he couldn't really put it together. And I just have to say, man, hopefully next time the brother would be of clearer mind so he can debate properly. But I have to say congratulations to Pan again. But that's all I have to say.
Appreciate you, Craig. Uh, DMG, what you got, big bro? What you got on that, OG? Let us know, man, how you felt about the debate. You just came in hot. Let us know how you felt
Yeah,
about Debate-Mania as well. Let us
I'm,
know your
I'm,
feelings on everything.
I'm still hot because I'm tired of the goofy gay ass shit. But listen, I wish a motherfucker would dox my father. Not only would we whoop their ass, but we gonna laugh because my father's a criminal, drug dealer, drug user, everything you want to name. I don't give a fuck about you doxing. I think that doxing shit is gay as fuck. Let me be clear on that. It's weird as fuck. I don't care who did it. To who? If you one of these doxing ass niggas, you gay to me. That shit is gay as fuck. Find another way to get at a nigga. Straight go to a nigga and get in his face.
I concur.
Shit. I'm disappointed in Haru. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I don't know if the pressure get to you. The Versus series is that pressure, and hopefully the brother gonna come back stronger. It is what it is. Listen, that's all we can do. Sometimes the big stage is too much for people. I hate that it happened at Debate-Mania, but hopefully the brother can come back stronger. This is where he really show people who he is, because either he gonna shrink in this moment or he gonna rise above it. Simple as that. And that's all we can do as men. And niggas gotta get tougher skin. Like if a nigga doxing your pops, that's your pops. Your pops can hold his own fucking nuts. Like that, like all this internet shit is so fucking weird to me. I don't even want to be around these weak ass niggas. Grow the fuck up, everybody. Stop letting all this bullshit bother you and stop doing the gay shit. I'm done.
Well, how you feel about Hemi debate?
I feel like Hemi is Mr. Debate-Mania from now in perpetuity. He put Debate-Mania on his back when didn't nobody else want to step up. And I'm
That's a
a
fact.
roll. I'm a
That's
roll
a
with that
fact.
nigga in whatever he want to do forever, as long as he want to do it. I appreciate that nigga. Period. Mr. Debate-Mania from here to whenever we stop doing this, and I'm standing on it. I think he had 2 strong performances. He just got outmatched and he's out debated in each performance. I think him and Lucifer was super close. I think Lucifer edged it out according to the judges. I think KOT had a little bit better of a performance, but I think that was close as well. I think it could have went either way for me. And I appreciate him doing double duty because he could have said, hell no. And then we wouldn't have had Lucifer on the card. Or somebody else would have had to be would have had to move the social media situation off of it. Whatever the case may be, he made it happen. And Debate-Mania was what it was because of him. So it is what it is.
Facts. Cool. Nobody, man. How you feel about the main event? Nobody. Let us know, man. How you feel, man?
I don't wait till the end.
Hey, Rue, know that we cool and all that. I was the one that interviewed him leading up to Debate-Mania, on the road to Debate-Mania. He did have me convinced, you know what I'm saying? But when the show actually started, man, all I can say is shout out to the champ.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Word. Joshua, man, how you feel about the main event, man?
Man, you on PC or the real deal, Holyfield?
You don't gotta go all the way. You let us know, but don't go crazy.
Hey,
man.
before Lucifer talk, look, I just found out what the hell VM was. and I'm talking about,
On Virgin Mary, bro.
Listen. I started saying it to the point where I was like, I gotta stop saying it because I'm about to steal this dude's shtick. Salute. That on I was like, hey man, what the hell is VM? Somebody said the Virgin Mary, and before I knew it, every time I said something, I had to tell my son what it was because I said it so much. But go ahead, Lucifer. It is what it is.
On VM, but yeah, the debate was terrible, and it was terrible for several reasons. And like you said, brother Rocky, the information, he had some points. Like you brought out the economy of Africa. He had different arguments, but he couldn't make the arguments. He couldn't deliver it properly because he was out, he was inebriated. And for you to be on my platform talking all that cash money shit, what you was gonna do to him, how you was gonna embarrass him, how you didn't have a chance. You was on there for 3 hours with us. You left like an hour before the debate was supposed to start. So I'm getting excited. I'm thinking we're gonna have a fight. And then you went up there and did that. You wasn't drunk when you was with us. You talked perfectly fine to me. And I told you if you was gonna lose this debate, everybody over there gonna get on your ass. And that's exactly what happened.
It's true.
I told you that. So he was garbage. That was nothing about that debate from Heru that was good. Not one part. I think one part his dog started barking and it got real awkward. He said, I gotta quiet down. It just was crazy. I never seen anything like that. As far as Pan's rounds, I didn't see anything that wowed me. And I know that's y'all guy, but this is a third debate. I felt like
Lucifer, hold up. And I'm gonna let you finish. I don't mean the Kanye West with the little white girl, but look. This is why Slim get on my nerves. He need to hit the link and come correct instead of act. Anyway, the dog started barking right on cue. Leandre says, "This dog Zeus acting like Balaam's donkey, trying to tell him." Like, hey man, I'm talking about like a second after it happened, that popped up in the chat. You hear me? This is why Leandre get on my nerves, man, because he'll hit a amazing line, an amazing point, and then it all fall apart because the nigga want to be a gangster. It drive me crazy. Like be a scholar, nigga. You ain't got to try to be no gangster.
Do it now.
Man, you can't
just do it now.
You can't be up here, denigrating the judges because your guy lost too, man. That shit kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And I apologize for flipping on him, but that rubbed me the wrong way. Misrepresent my information, rubbed me the wrong way. So that's why I flipped on him. But back to this Hemi thing. Not Hemi. Back to this Heru versus Pan championship bout. Nothing Pan did wowed me. I felt like it was just filler, a bunch of filibustering. And I feel like he do that on all his debates. I don't think it's just this one. He do a lot of filibustering, a lot of preachy. It feels like a sermon to me. It don't feel like a debate. And that's just my opinion on that. And you come like that with me, I'm gonna mop you, bro. I'm gonna mop you. And you already know how I'm coming. I'm already belt shopping. I'm going to shop my belt and get it engraved. I'm already shopping. I didn't pick the color for it. I'm already thinking in my head, man, ain't nothing gonna debate. He's gonna be the next title shot. I'm already doing all that. I'm preparing for that because I don't see anything that Pan does that he can fuck with me. I'm just gonna put it out there. And this debate can prove it. Versus LP didn't prove it. Versus James Cassell, I felt like all those performances in my eyes was lackluster. And that's just my point of view. He went super sued. Hold on. He went super sued. Like, this dude is a sued too, bro. There was some things he was saying that is not factual at all. Like, you coming in, bro, I'm gonna rock your chin, boy.
Hey, look, Lucifer. I know you the devil, but you talking about the reigning, defending, undefeated. Let me say that one more time. The champ is here. Who the hell pushing the buttons? What the hell going on, man? Look, undefeated, undisputed versus series world champion, brother. I don't think you should take this man lightly, brother.
I don't know.
Come with it.
I'm not telling you I'm gonna take him lightly. You're gonna get the best Yeshub again. Everybody talk about, I'm not everybody. I got 18 wins. I already got a championship before in another debate league. I already did this before. This ain't nothing new to me. I already did this. You got, 5 wins, whatever wins you got. I got 18 wins. I done seen 18 people. I done debated Ron Dalton and his pseudo ass. I done seen suits before. You are nothing different. You believe in a lot of crazy stuff. We're going to discuss it. We're gonna have a discussion.
That's the same thing Haru said before, and then you see how the pressure. Time and pressure make him change. Now he turning at you know how that go, man.
Check it out. Haru, hold on. Hold on. So Haru, if either or, if Haru would have won, I'll be talking to him like this. I felt like you ain't did shit either. Same thing. Both of them on the same level to me. If you ask me, both of them on the same level as debater. I don't look at them like that, but I ain't gonna sleep on them either. You're gonna get a top-notch performance out of them.
Hey, Lucifer, can you do a face-off this Saturday with Pan?
Oh yeah, I can do a. You have to ask. Tomorrow we can do a face-off. I'm trying to go ahead and put this nigga in the dirt, man. I'm trying to turn Pan into a strand.
Hey, when can we set up? When can we?
I think it's time to put him in a room. Man. I think it's time to put him in a room.
Night of the living argument.
He can't talk that to me because I already got 18 bodies. You can't talk that talk to me.
Go ahead and put me and Hemi on there too.
Pan said tomorrow good.
Oh man. So wait a minute. Potential
right now.
Night of the living arguments. We can have Pan versus Yeshub for the world title and Hemi versus A9. Y'all telling me?
So, hey, look, he already agreed to it, and let's get it out the way. Hey, look, he already told you, little brother, that he'll do whatever for you. So if you need to go back into protective custody, you know what I'm saying? You just tell him now that you
don't say it like that. Don't say
it. Hey, just tell him now that you don't want to do it. I'm gonna tell you
that's cold. That's cold blooded.
Ain't no disrespect, bro. Ain't no disrespect. You ain't never faced nothing like me. Like, y'all gonna stop playing. Me and Lucifer already know we got a date, bro. Like, stop playing. Pan, you talking about y'all all look like victims? Only way you gonna get past Lucifer is he got to show up lit. I'm letting you know right now, bro.
Hey,
Right?
the man
Oh
said,
no,
"Hey,
listen,
everybody."
man. Panda Champ, bro. He said everybody look like victims. Like victims is crazy. So y'all getting bullied
Hey,
is what he
Rocky.
insinuating.
Rocky, you know how many debates we got between me and Lucifer right now, bro?
This dude ain't nobody, bro.
Like, bro, what
I
you
don't.
talking about?
Y'all about 60 plus. Y'all 60 plus age wise. So I know you got 40,
I know.
50
Hey,
minimum.
I
man,
know. I know.
hey, I'm just gonna caution y'all to tread lightly talking about Super Pan, man. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Super sued.
That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying.
super sued. Super sued, man.
Super sued.
Super sued. Hey, you should have never put that
All
out
right,
there,
man.
bro.
Listen.
Hey man.
Hey, man, say, man, I ain't worried about
Y'all
it, bro.
playing with fire, man. I think y'all playing with fire. That's all I'm
I ain't
saying.
playing with nothing. All I'm worried about is Hemi
Nah,
right now.
you gotta lock in on Hemi right now, man.
I just said I'm worried about Hemi right now. But look, hey, come on, bro. Let's hold on, man. Hey, look, bro. I'm gonna say this as respectfully as I can, because I've been going through this little training and all this stuff. I'm trying to be a better brew out here. But y'all be getting my blood pressure up. Listen, bro. Let me explain something to you. Let me explain something to y'all, bro. And this is all due disrespect at this point. If you really think that Hemi has shown me anything to make me think that he is ready for this nigga don't even know how to put together a coherent rebuttal.
Hey, nah, why you saying that? Why you saying that with Hemi off the panel, bro? You saying
I said it. Whoa. I said it when he was here. I said it.
Man.
No. I said it when he was here too. Told him I wasn't worried about him when he was here too, fam. He left. I'm still here. So here's the point, right? All that sound good. You should have got me. The last time y'all was gonna get me was that debate against A1, because I was still rusty. I've been in these chats. I've been on these panels. I'm over preparing for a whole nother debate. Hey, fam, I'm lit now, right? I'm where I need to be. I'm gonna beat Hemi up, bro. He just said too much craziness that he gonna have to stand on. I ain't trying to hear none of this. Are all blacks Israelites? Are all black people Hebrew Israelites? I don't teach none of that, right?
We gonna see, man. We gonna see.
Don't say, hey, I tell you what.
Mr. Debate-Mania at the end of the day.
Matter of fact,
Look,
make Mr. Debate-Mania, make him stand on VM. Make him stand on the Virgin Mary.
VM, yeah.
Make him stand on pseudo VM. How about that?
We gonna get y'all in the room. We gonna get y'all in the ring. No face gear, all face shots, no body shots. We got you. We got you. We got you. I'm excited. I personally am more excited to see Joshua against Pan.
So you was the ass whooping. I know what you're saying.
You know Hemi going to sleep.
Nah. See?
I'm gonna say
and on that note, it's 10 o'clock. We about to wrap up debate center.
He's gonna put you in Abraham's bosom. He's gonna put you in Abraham's bosom, Pam.
It's gonna be easy too.
Abraham's bosom is crazy. DMG, did you want to keep going?
I just want to say one thing, bro. DMG, what's the event for November? So me and A-Nun give A-Nun his title shot with me. That's gonna be the Hall of Fame right there.
It's called the Great Deliberation, brother.
Great Deliberation.
I see you there, brother. I see you there, brother. I see you there. You know what it is.
Wow. Y'all talking real cocky with Pan and Hemi not up here, man. That's all I'm gonna say. And just in case y'all ain't realize it, both of them brothers is barbarians. I'm just gonna leave that there, man.
Hey, Rue almost completed passing the bar, man. He almost wiped the bar, bro. I was almost there. You talking about the bar that just took 2 L's out of 3? You know what? Let me stop.
Hey man, A9, man. I'm cautioning you to tread lightly, brother. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Tread lightly.
I don't even tread, bro. I swim. I got too much to do, bro. I ain't got no time to tread. I get active in the water just like I get active on the land. Ain't worried about none of these pets. I've been nice. I've been very nice up until this point. Please don't make me stop being nice.
Hey, y'all gassing, man. That nigga Ruben. That
He
nigga,
said, "You don't look like victims. You are victims." That's what he said. That's what the champ said.
oh, he gotta beat us first to say that.
Did you
He
see
gotta
this?
beat us.
Hey, bro, don't make. Did you see his presentation last night? Serious? Let me help you, bro. You didn't define practical. You didn't define black liberation. We don't know what your overall premise was. Me or Joshu both would have had a field day. We would have danced on your grave. Stop talking, fam. You ain't beat nobody yet. You ain't even dealt with people who know how to properly rebut. Who are you playing with, nigga?
He beat LP and Heru. Drunk Heru at that. LP was trash. Heru was trash.
And so on that note, do you brothers have any closing remarks? We're gonna close out the show.
See how they ain't got nothing else to say, Pan, because they scared for you? You better get better, bro.
Nah, see, I've been trying to close out the show. I think Pan gonna cook both of y'all. Fricassee, fried, grill, easy. Put them on the smoker. Mesquite, preferably. Use the hickory brown sugar barbecue rub on them. You're a victim. It is what it is. And that's the end of the Base Center for the night. I hope you gentlemen have a good night, man. And we out.